by these network broadcast partners. CQ, the official banking partner of the Maryland Terrapins. University of Maryland Medical System. For better treatments, better outcomes, that's a better state of care. Learn more at umms.org/better. Toyota. It's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi, everybody. Johnny Holiday along with Maryland's head football coach Michael Locksley, and welcome to Grill Marks on Baltimore Avenue in College Park, the home of Talking Terps. And we will talk Maryland football for the next hour. A couple of very special guests tonight. Daniel Owens from the Terrapin football team, along with Octavian Smith, will be with us. And a former Terrapin alumnus who is going to be honored in in fact, it's next week up in Westchester, in the Westchester, New York Hall of Fame. Jimmy Santa will be with us as well. Played at Maryland, became one of the great boxing referees of all time. But first, Coach, welcome. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Johnny. What'd you do your bye week?
I did my bye week researching the game coming up on Saturday. I did my bye week thinking back a little bit about how close this football team is. I know they're 4-3. They could very easily be 7-0. For a matter of just a play here, a play there, and that's the difference in this season so far.
Yeah, Johnny, you couldn't have said it best. And on Monday, one of the things that we did, and as we got back into the groove after the tough UCLA loss, was to put the quality control on the table to show where there has been progress. I mean, we're the number one turnover margin team in the country.
Yeah.
Our defense gets turnovers. Our offense protects the football. Interceptions, fumble recoveries, you name it. On offense, we've played three consecutive games of what we call clean football, where our margin of error, the self-inflicted wounds, are at single-digit percentage numbers, which means that we're not fumbling, turning it over, having sacks, a bunch of penalties on the offensive side. Now, the thing that has killed us has been the drops, and that's the area that has been a weak link. But for the amount of plays we have and those self-inflicted wounds, we've played really clean. And so the biggest difference has been for us is the last 3 games we've lost a big play battle, 24 plays to 21 plays. And when you look at that, we always say big plays and turnover margin are how you win the game. We're 3 plays away from possibly being what you just said, a 6-1 team, a 7-0 team. And when you show the players that in that realm to where you see statistically, and you also see the signs of progress, even though it's slow, there's no silver lining in losing, but there is the ability to show a young team that there's progress being made. And if we continue to do this and we just commit even more, we'll get the breakthrough we want to have.
And I think these guys, Coach, as you mentioned, with all the positive things in this football team, every guy on your squad, every guy from the first guy off the bench, starters, backups, everything, each guy has to understand that, hey, we are that close. We are good. We are really good. And block out everything on the outside and just concentrate on what you have to do to win a game. And what a great opportunity on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, you have the number 2 team in the country coming in, a team that, if you look at history, since we like to do a lot of historical data, we've won 4 of the last 5 games against Indiana. I was here in 2014.
Averaged 38 points a game against those guys.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, that was a long time ago. And but what I'm saying is that we have to go into this game with confidence because, you know, a lot of times we talk about matching the intensity of our opponent or matching the things they do well to equalize it. Well, they're going to come in pretty confident as a number 2 team. And if you know anything about their program and their coach, they have no problem with coming in and putting 50 on you if you don't show up. And so we got a team that, you know, pride is one of the things we talk about, and not the negative kind, but the kind that represents what Maryland football is about. We got a little pride. We have homecoming. We've got a top 5, top 2 team coming in to Terpsville, and I can tell you that we're going in with confidence because of our competence and what we need to do.
Have you progressed to this point? You've done all the heavy work now with 1 day to go to prepare?
Yeah, we just had our Tuesday, Wednesday scheduling, and Thursday is our dress rehearsal for the game. Tomorrow will be mental. We'll go through all the game situations that could arise and make sure we're mentally prepared for those. get a little rest, and then 3:30 kick here on CBS. And really excited about this one.
What about what's the one or two areas that has really impressed you this year with this team? Resilience would be number one. Bouncing back would be number two, probably, and the confidence factor.
Yeah, I think for them, this is a team that most of these young players, and then when you think of the older guys, they have really big whys, man. This is a team full of guys that are, when I say they mirror me, I mean, I didn't wake up and hope to become the head coach at Maryland graduating from Ballou High School. I had to have a plan, and these kids have big whys, big plans, and they really understand that, this thing is about what you do and the work you put in, and nobody is, as I said, we're not victims. We don't ask the question why, we ask the question what, and it's what can I do? What do I need to do better? And you'll see that represented across our team. And, is it tough in this day and age to insulate young 18, 22-year-olds from all the noise that's external? It is, but this is where the maturity of this group and the veteran leadership, as well as the youthful not having an idea of what's going on, really has helped us.
And one of the guys you mentioned that's young is Malik Washington, your quarterback against UCLA, 23 of 48, 210 yards, a touchdown, one interception in that game. And that you come down to the final 2 seconds, and the guy kicks a field goal, you lose it by 3.
Yeah, we did just enough to get it to where we had a chance to get it to overtime, but we needed to do more. And to me, the one side that really showed up in the UCLA game to not necessarily playing to our best was on the offensive side. We had opportunities that defense gave us. Defense scored on defense for us. We had advantageous field position, and we just did not execute and get the ball to the guys in advantageous positions, our playmakers, to make the plays in the red area. And to me, we have got to come away with touchdowns 80% of the time when we get inside the plus 20. We didn't do it that game. We made the run at the end, but we didn't make enough explosive plays. And if you go back and look at teams that win, it starts with turnover margin and then who's winning the explosive play battle. Runs over 12, passes over 16. Those are what we consider explosives. The last 3 games, we're down 3, 24 for the opponent, 21 for us.
Sure.
When you say we're 1, 2, 3, 4 plays away, this is proof.
Yeah, exactly. Lots more to talk about with Coach Locksley. We're talking Maryland football tonight up until 8 o'clock, brought to you by our good friends at Thompson Creek. We're at Grill Marks in College Park. Thompson Creek Window Company, a proud partner of the Maryland Terrapins. They design, they build, they install replacement windows from their local Maryland factory. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price without the middleman markup. We'll come back to Grill Marks with more in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland Lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
Looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Octavian Smith somehow held on. What a from home and get on the field. Nothing like it if you're a Terp fan. The party is right here at CQ Stadium.
Come to Rosecroft Raceway for live racing Mondays and Thursdays from now until the 18th of December. Post time is 7:15 p.m. Open every day for simulcast, live boxing, and banquet space. Visit us anytime at rosecroft.com.
Man, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Tough to stop talking this way? Yeah. It's actually kind of fun. Hey, I got your Bud Light. Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What I miss?
I have no idea.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
So good. That's what I like.
You're listening to Maryland Sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Third down and 6 for Maryland. Snap to Malik Washington. Throws the out. Williams has got it at the 30, at the 25, cuts inside the 20, on his feet, still on his feet, inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line.
Now back to Talkin' Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Locksley.
Well, you fans can take advantage of a very special This Is Home ticket offer to get to the homecoming game against number 2 Indiana on Saturday. Last homecoming, the Terrapins completed an incredible comeback, and the fans rushed the field to celebrate. Don't miss the next unforgettable moment in College Park. Join the Terrapins. They'll host the highly ranked Hoosiers by visiting umterps.com/thisishome. That's umterps.com/thisishome. Another amazing statistic, Coach. I think you touched on the fact of the turnovers. You've forced 16. You've only committed in 7 games 3 turnovers.
Yeah, and that's, to me, some of the things when you start talking about winning football, and I always make the comment, this ain't just same old Maryland. And again, you know, if you know a little bit about the turtle theory, it says slow progress is progress. And, boy, I want us to go and move faster. But you'll start seeing the dividends of when you win a turnover battle. And to me, our defense has been very opportunistic. They've also done a really good job of getting us great field position. And then on the offensive side, when you don't turn it over, that's why we've had opportunities in the fourth quarter. And, you know, last couple of years, I can't tell you that we've gotten games like that to the fourth quarter, but it's because of what you just talked about, the turnover margin and how we've taken care of the ball and been opportunistic on defense.
Another note that doesn't really show up anywhere, but the offensive line knows, and you guys know what they've done to protect Malik. He's only been sacked. You've only given up 3 sacks and 2 to Malik and 1 to another quarterback who came in earlier.
Yeah, and if you ever want to kill the confidence of a young quarterback, get him hit early a lot in his freshman year, and they won't be the same. And I can tell you, some of the decisions we've made have been made with understanding how do we keep this quarterback where he's comfortable, and to be hit. I think he's been hit 5 times in the amount of games we've had, and I think we've given up, like you said, 2 sacks on Malik, or maybe 3. The offensive line has done a really good job in the passing game, and Pep has done a really good job of making sure that we get the chips, and our backs and tight ends are well aware. But it's been intentional for us, though, because when you have a young, talented quarterback, the last thing you want them to do is to get to what I call the yips as a freshman.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where your eyes start dropping down and you're looking at the rush. And, you know, you get enough of that naturally. But I think there's been a tremendous confidence that the O-line has done a really good job from that aspect of protecting the quarterback. And now the best thing we can do that will help him even more is getting the run game going. And I've seen us be efficient, just haven't had the explosives out of the run game that we need to get.
Well, Malik had 67 yards running himself. He had 6 carries against UCLA. So he's running if the opportunity is there.
Yeah, and that's probably been the when you talk about his maturation, people went from playing man coverage and blitzing him to seeing that he can handle blitz and pressure and made big plays early to dropping in coverage, which now shrinks the windows for opportunity to throw the ball over the top or down the field. And sometimes you have to take your check downs. Well, we've done a good job with our backs on chipping, so the check downs don't show up quick enough. And that's where we needed him to use his feet in a few earlier games. And I think you saw in the UCLA game him take advantage of the coverage aspect, not having necessarily the pass rush lanes controlled. And he was able in some non-QB design runs to make yardage.
And look what he's done as his freshman year. He's completing 59% of his passes. He has 11 touchdowns. He's got 3 interceptions. He's also run for 3 scores. He's also number 2 in passing yardage among all the freshmen of the country. He's tied for first with touchdown passes, tied for third overall with touchdowns with 14, and really done everything that maybe you expected or maybe more than you expected this year.
Yeah, for a young quarterback, and again, the experience with every game, you see him get even more of a comfort level as he builds his toolbox in terms of coverage and knowing what people are doing. Really high level intellect football guy, and being able to be matched up, and the way Pep has brought him along mentally has really helped. And I think you'll continue to see him get better. You know, that completion percentage at 59%, you'd love to see it higher. If you look at the accuracy percentage, I mean, the drops are what show up, and he hasn't had a lot of help from the receiving core in terms of the percentages of completion because of how those drops have shown up. And to me, that's the one area in being able to play clean football that we haven't gotten fixed just yet.
Sacks have had a big impact on this team. The Terps have got 22 quarterback sacks this year. For every sack that the Terrapins make this season, Food Lion Feeds will donate 1,000 meals to feed our neighbors in need right here in College Park. We'll come back with more, continuing talking Terps football with head coach Michael Locksley and a couple of very special guests coming up on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh. Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concerts. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
MMS.org/better.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Wouldn't mind having
Washington
this play
is in the shotgun. Slot formation to the right. In motion, Dorian Fleming. The snap goes to Malik. Malik in the end zone. Got a man, a diving grab. Caught. Touchdown.
Now back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Locksley.
And boy, we got a special guest for you tonight, Coach. Not many guys have over 1,000 yards in receiving yards like Octavian Smith does, a former Paint Branch quarterback, and the best quarterback that you've ever had at Paint Branch, incidentally. Played for Michael Nesmith over there, and he's with us tonight here at Grill Marks.
Yeah.
Chopping down that food, too.
No doubt. And for anyone that remembers, Ock was part of that transition of Paint Branch, taking that next step. And as a quarterback in a spread system, made plays with his arm and feet. And we've yet to see him. Have you thrown a pass here yet?
I threw one, but
did you complete it?
It was a pass interference. The one I threw the tie last year. Yeah.
Got a PI. So really, really high football intelligence, being a former quarterback, made the transition, was recruited by some schools to play corner. And having saw him as a quarterback at Paint Branch, I can remember having to convince him that receiver with the ball in his hand is what he really does well. And he made the decision after you committed everywhere you visited initially. I think he committed like 5 schools at the end. We were able to get a really talented player that has become one of the poster child for a poster child for guys that have really matured in the program.
Had you always wanted to come to Maryland, Octavian? As a younger kid?
Don't lie.
Nah, as a younger kid, I really didn't know much about like college football. I just knew like I wanted to get to the like NFL, like play pro football. But when it came to like getting recruited, at my high school, like we're in down county, so we don't really get as much recognition as like the upper county schools
up there
do.
in Burtonsville,
like Quince Orchard, like schools like that. We don't get the.
They're on the edge of Prince George's County, and
I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, so like when it came to recruiting, it was definitely tough, especially during COVID. And that's when he was saying like during COVID, I had got an offer. I was getting I had like a few offers, but COVID hit, and my county, like Moco County, they wasn't going to let us play football. So my whole junior year, I didn't play football. And keep in mind, like I have 0 offers at this time, and they say junior year of high school is like the most important year. So that was real tough on me, but I just really just bought into myself and kind of promoted myself in a sense. And I would just go outside and like have my little brother and little sister record videos of me working out, and I'll just post them on Instagram and hopefully get seen by. And
somebody saw it.
Yeah, and eventually I got my first offer from UMass, and then after that
you don't want to go there. No.
And then
no shot.
And then Coach Locks came in, and he came in because this is going into my senior year, and it was okay. We're going to let y'all play football. Yeah. So he was like, we're going to let y'all play football after that. Like we had an abbreviated season, and then yeah. So that's when. My bad.
How important was it for Coach Locks to come see you? Because a lot of the assistants go out for the recruiting.
Yeah.
That must have made a heck of an impression on you to have the head guy.
Nah, it meant a lot, definitely, because it was a little rocky start in the beginning. And when Coach Locks came, my mom, she wasn't too fond of the idea, but Coach Locks came in and presented himself and approached himself to my mom, and he basically like won me over, and I ended up taking a visit here and decommitted from Northwestern because that was, like I said, I was going to my senior year. They said Montgomery County said we're going to let y'all play, so I had decommitted to see what else opportunities I can get, and then but really once that season was over and I came here on my visit, I ended up committing on the boat.
He did.
Yeah.
On the boat.
The boat ride, man. Legendary boat rides, Johnny, on the Potomac River.
Oh man.
Spirit of Washington.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. With the music in the background, the hors d'oeuvres, and the whole thing. Yeah.
Mosh pit on the dance floor.
I look at your game against Wisconsin this year, 113 yards. What a breakout game that was for you.
Yeah, it meant a lot.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And proves you can do that over and over again.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
they throw the ball to you.
Yeah. I just go out there, do what I can, man, and help the league just be at the right spot at the right time. And I trust him as much as he trusts me to do that, and I trust him to put the ball where it's supposed to be, and I just gotta go make the play.
You know, I'm going to ask a question I get asked a lot, and it'll give the POV point of view from where do you see the psyche of this team? Because I get asked this all the time. We're on a 3-game losing streak after starting 4-0. how and where do you see the psyche of this team as a player that's on the inside?
Man, definitely. I heard you guys talking about it earlier, and like you couldn't have said it better. Best as Coach Locke said, the camaraderie of this team, like the closeness of this team, is stronger than any other team that I've been a part of my 4 years here. And I think that's probably like the biggest thing dealing with this season, going into the season, that's been helping us. Really, just the closeness, and I say like what's helped us like be so close. I say the brothers keepers moments that Coach Locke had instilled during training camp. As a way to keep his locker room, because last year you guys hear him talk about how he lost the locker room, and being a part of that locker room last year was just like very divided. Not everybody was as close as like we should have.
Can't have that.
Yeah, so he had the brothers keepers moments during training camp, and that really like brought all of us close together, because like every team meeting we had after a practice, they'll say like this thing, shuffle the deck, and that means like everybody stand up and sit with a different group of people that you don't talk to often, or you don't sit around, like just sit with a different group of people, and it'll be some real like deep thoughted questions that allowed us to be real vulnerable with each other. And there was a lot of times in those meetings and those moments where like people were like teammates were shedding tears, hugging one another, and I think that's something that's very special. And as men, we're told to like kind of shelter our emotions and not talk about them and things like that. Don't talk about our feelings. But having to do it in moments like that, like how can you not, have your brothers back?
I'm going to be listening to your radio talk show when you decide not to play football, because man, you could do your own show. You're terrific. Yeah. Octavian, all the best on Saturday. We know you guys can do it. Go out there and knock them off. Be the biggest upset in college football Saturday afternoon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Keep on going, okay?
Yes, sir.
Octavian Smith, one of our special guests. When we come back, we'll visit with Daniel Owens in just a minute. The pride and joy of Calvert Hall up in Baltimore on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Tough to stop talking this way? Yeah. It's actually kind of fun. Hey, I got your Bud Light. Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. What'd I miss? I have no idea.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh! Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
Looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Octavian Smith somehow held on. What a Saturday night here at College Park. They had an opportunity to come home and get on the field. Nothing like it if you're a Terp fan. The party is right here at CQ Stadium.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
You're listening to Maryland Sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Plenty of time. Got a man downfield. Caught it, Salik Knox at the 5 in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland.
Now back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Locksley.
You want to get some tickets for Maryland football? Go to the official ticket marketplace. That's SeatGeek. Whether you're buying or selling football tickets, SeatGeek is the place to go. Also, time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Up at Calvert Hall, Coach, they have produced a lot of good high school players under Coach Donnie Davis and Josh Ward. We got one right here next to you now.
We do, man. And this guy was a guy that we recruited, not just from what he did on the football field, but as we talked about before we came back on air, his athleticism really showed out as a standout lacrosse player. And if you know anything about Calvert Hall's lacrosse program is a pretty good one up there in the Baltimore area. A guy that, when you see a 230-pound guy running up and down a lacrosse field. With a stick, but also that plays outside backer. He played a little tight end, a little fullback. And he's been one of those guys that when we lost DJ Samuels in the Wisconsin game, the one thing that DJ brought to us on offense was that energy of how defensive players play. And 3 weeks ago, after the first bye week, we made the decision to move him from defensive end to tight end. And I think this week you'll get to see a lot of what and why we made the move, because to be able to run the ball, you have to be able to block the C area, as we call it, which is the area just outside the tackle box. And a lot of times you're isolated on guys his size, and this guy played on the other side of that block, and he's really progressed the last 3 weeks, and looking forward to seeing him in a few packages this week, which we hope will give us a chance, not just to run the ball better, but also the energy that D.O. brings to our team and to our offense now.
And number 82 has adjusted quite well from the defense to the offensive side. You like it, huh?
Yes, sir. I feel like I have a new lease on football. It's the most fun I've had playing football in quite a long time.
You played for a legendary coach to begin with, and Josh Ward came in at Calvert Hall.
Yes,
he really
sir.
Got you ready for this level.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's a very vigorous program over there at Calvert Hall. Not just football, but also academically. They get you prepared for school as well.
Yeah. Your parents make sure that you have the good grades?
For sure. Come
Yeah.
on. My mom and father always.
I bet they're on you like a wetsuit, right?
Man. Controller on desk, phone away, everything.
Yeah. What he didn't tell you, Johnny, is that he's from a household of McDonough grads, and he's the transport or the export that decided to go to Calvert Hall, right?
Right, the outcast.
Talk a little bit about that decision.
Outcast.
Man, that was a really hard decision for me. My entire family went to McDonough. They were all legacies, and I felt as though Calvert Hall was the best opportunity for me to not only develop as a man, as well as in my faith journey as well. McDonough was a nice institution as well, but Calvert Hall just offered something that McDonough didn't have.
Yeah. How much difference did you see when you come to play at the college level compared? Because you guys at Calvert Hall played a pretty tough schedule. You played big-time opponents, too.
Right.
Was there that much difference?
Oh, it's a big difference. Big Ten to
50 pounds.
MIAA is a lot. It's a lot difference. We were playing teams like Friendship Academy, Gilman School.
Spalding? You play
Spalding, yeah.
Does Malik just bust your chops on that? Say, hey, we won 3 consecutive MIAA championships.
They weren't the Spalding at that time, were they?
No comment on that. But all I know is when I played, we won a championship. That's all I know.
There you go.
2021.
There you go. How much does lacrosse help you in football?
I can't even put into words. You have to have eye discipline, footwork, hand-eye coordination, teamwork, communication, everything, the whole 9 yards. Everything. It helps you prepare for things that you can't even prepare for. Helps you to think on the fly, make decisions on the fly.
Yeah. Interesting that this year's team is like Octavian Smith just said, they're together like nothing he's ever seen before. There's a lot of young guys, and you older guys can really be a big assistance to them in teaching them the right way to do things and stay away from this way of doing things.
Right. I would say that we've had a great time coming together, and over my time at Maryland, I've had people pour into me, so it's only right for me to pour back into the young generation and get them ready to do the same thing for the new class coming in, because football is not a long duration. You're not here for a long time, so it's very good to help give back to the young guys.
Here's my question for you, Dio. You spent the first 5 games this year as a rotational defensive lineman. What's the transition, and how have you been able to make the transition over to the tight end position, and talk a little bit about the differences between the two, and if because you go against them, it made it easier?
It definitely did make it easier because I know exactly what they're doing. I'm in the offensive huddle and I'm hearing the defensive calls, and I'm trying, okay, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Okay, offense. But obviously, football is football, so you prepare the right way, and it translates to offense and defense. And I feel as though I was preparing for my opportunity, and God gave me the opportunity to switch on offense, and I was ready. I was ready to take it.
What's your mindset when you go up against a team like you're going to face on Saturday?
All we have to do is play to our very best ability.
There you go.
That's it. We don't have to play out of our body. We don't have to do anything special. We don't have to try any harder, because we have a saying over here: every practice is a show, and every show is a practice. So everything we do is the show. So everything we do is full speed, and basically in the game it's easier. Honestly, practice is harder than the game.
Yeah. Daniel Lowen's our special guest. Daniel, thank you, buddy. All the best against Indiana Saturday and the rest of the year. Appreciate you coming by, really.
Thank you.
You bet. University of Maryland Medical System, the official medical team of the Terrapins, you and your family can expect the same level of exceptional care that the athletes receive. Learn more at umms.org/better. University of Maryland Medical System, Maryland's healthcare champion. When we come back, we'll talk to one of the great boxing referees in the country. I'm talking about Jimmy Santa. He was in the ring, and Muhammad Ali made sure he was a referee. In just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Octavian Smith somehow held on.
come home and get on the field. Nothing like it if you're a Terp fan. The party is right here at CQ Stadium.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Fighting across the 35 and the 40, down the right sideline, midfield, down to the 40, and the 35, and the 30, inside the 25 to the 23-yard line.
Now back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Locksley.
How did a former Maryland football player wind up as one of the top referees ever in boxing? We're going to find out from Jimmy Sander, Coach. You know him as well as anybody else back in when you came out of Westchester County, and they're going to have a Hall of Fame ceremony a week from tonight.
That's correct.
And you are going in long overdue.
Yeah, well, thank you. First of all, I want to wish Coach Locksley a lot of luck tomorrow. I don't know if you know this, but 1974, I was on that Liberty Bowl team.
Oh, I know all about it.
I feel your pain. We started off 0-2. We came back. We won the ACC, and we ended up losing 3 games by 10 points. So I know where you're coming from. You got a good football team. You just got to get a couple of breaks go our way, and I think we're going to be okay. I really do. I'm excited for it. So I want to wish you luck. I think college football is like NASCAR now. They're all going 200 miles an hour. You nick the wall, you're out. And I think we can. I think we're going to do great. So I really wish you the best.
Jimmy, I appreciate it. And Johnny, I met this guy when I got held over on Ralph Friesen's staff in 01. Jimmy, I was a holdover. I was on Ron Vanderlinden's staff with another coach, and we got held over in terms of being able to stay on with Coach Friesen. And this guy shows up with the ACC championship ring. Because I remember you brought the ring in, and Coach Friesen talked about him being from Westchester. He was at that time was still refereeing, I believe. And the thing I liked most was his name was Jimmy Santa. And my birthday's on Christmas, Johnny. I don't know if you remember that.
I do. My brother's Christmas.
And so, my wife is Christmas.
Your wife is Christmas.
Where's your wife?
She's Mrs. Santa.
She's Mrs. Santa. Right. And so because
you can't make that up.
You cannot make this show up. And so when I heard that he was in town, which he typically does, I know they're honoring the 75
Gator Bowl team.
The Gator Bowl team, and I figured that Jimmy would be down here, man. But wasn't just a great referee, but a boxing official, but was a great ACC championship Terp.
How about your memories of playing here, Jimmy?
Oh, we had a great team. People don't realize my senior year. First of all, Coach Claiborne came in the spring of my freshman year. We were 2-9, and when we left that senior class, we ended up winning the ACC. And 17 guys from that senior class went to the pros. Wow. 11 drafted, 6 free agents. And what people don't realize, the following year, 6 of those 11 guys were on the all-NFL rookie team. Randy White, Bob Avellini, Kenny Schroy, Steve Mickmeyer, and there's one more phone, Walter White. So it's a record never been topped before.
Didn't you have more tackles than Randy White one year?
Well, Randy's an All-American because they were triple teaming me. But Randy is a guy. He's actually going to do a little talk at a tape talk at the Hall of Fame dinner. But I'm honored to be there, and it was my Maryland experience that got me into boxing. And I think Coach knows the story. I was my 5th year. Coach Claiborne was nice enough to pay for my 5th year, so I helped the freshman team. Excuse me, and then ended up working security. And we had 20 guys working at the Capitol Center, which was fun. But they picked me to be Ali's bodyguard for 2 weeks. And we could spend a whole hour, Johnny, talking about those 2 weeks, but he was a great guy. And I'm sitting ringside next to Howard Cosell.
Of course.
And Howard I said to Howard, I want to get involved with this. Well, just become a referee. But that's not really 100% true now. It was when I got in the ring after the fight. I sent you the picture. I said, I want to be a part of this. And Ali basically paved the way for me, and I started in the bottom where you're doing those fights. The opening scene of Rocky where they're throwing tomatoes at the ring girls, and they smoke-filled room, and you're dots, and then people are booing you. And God blessed me, and I was very lucky, and I worked my way up to heavyweight championship fights, and I did over 300 fights. And my claim to fame is no one really got seriously injured when I was refereeing. So I feel real proud of that.
You retired, 2018 or 2019?
2018, I basically retired. Stopped doing my fights around 2014. I just wasn't moving the way I should be moving, and you got a guy's life in your hand. You got to you got to know when to pull the trigger.
My question for you would be, when you played for Jerry Claiborne, I always love to hear the history, especially of the Maryland coaches. And I know he came from the same family tree of Bear Bryant. And
that was our first game against Alabama. And Bear said he was lucky to get out alive.
So talk a little bit about what it was like playing for Jerry Claiborne, because I mean, this guy,
it was unbelievable.
They have a gate named after him.
I know, and we were fortunate enough. We all donated. We all donated. My first spring was my freshman spring. We're all hearing about this guy Jerry Claiborne, how he's like really kind of a tough
Junction
guy.
Boys.
Yeah, the Junction Boys, exactly right. So we're doing some push-ups in the beginning, and everybody's like, "This is not so bad." He builds this tower, and he gets in the bullhorn. He goes, "Today, man, we're separating the boys from the men," and that's that spring. 20 scholarship guys quit. They couldn't take it, and he said, "You stay, you play." And sure enough, I ended up going from 4th string to 1st string. Not that I was so good; it's because everybody quit. It was great, and I owe Jerry. He didn't have to pay for my 5th year. I have a great allegiance to Maryland, and I had some unbelievable times in the ring. I do have to share this story about I was doing my first really big fight in the Garden, and it's unlike any other experience you ever seen. I mean, you run out in a football field, it's 50,000 people, it's exciting, but you're in that ring, and it's Madison Square Garden, 18,000 people, HBO, it's a worldwide audience, and Michael Buffer, the first time he said, "Let's get ready to rumble," I thought I was going to faint. My hair stood up in the back of my neck, and I said, if I faint, I'm going to be on every highlight reel on ESPN for the rest of my life. But I got through the first 2 seconds, and it was easy, nerves.
Hall of Fame career then that.
Well, it's great to have you with us, Jimmy. Congratulations
thank you.
What you've done in boxing, what you did in Maryland, and what you're going to do next Thursday night in the Westchester Hall of Fame induction. You and 4 others go in there.
Yep.
And congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Welcome here anytime.
Well, I appreciate it. And Coach Locksley, I meant what I said. I think, I think there's you have a good football team, and you're like we did in 1974, just a couple of breaks. But you know what? It's middle of the season. I'm very proud of your guys. They're good. They're going to come back, and they're going to be great.
Football people know football.
Yeah,
man. Appreciate that, Jimmy.
We'll have more from Coach Locksley in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
Looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Octavian Smith somehow held on. What a Saturday night here in College Park.
They had an opportunity to come home and get on the field. Nothing like it if you're a Terp fan. The party is right here at CQ Stadium.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Tough to stop talking this way. Yeah. It's actually kind of fun. Hey,
I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What'd I miss?
I have no idea.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concerts. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong. That's right. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more?
5 more. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to get in the game.
You're listening to Maryland Sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Washington got to go long. Got a man at the 20-yard line. Knox has got it. 10, 5, touchdown. 99-yard drive. Maryland, they lead it 26-3.
Let's go, Johnny. You called it. Now back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Locksley.
I'll take a couple of 99-yard things, won't you, Coach, on Saturday?
Immediately.
Yes, sir. So the Terrapins go after Indiana. They come to town undefeated, 8-0, 5-0 in the conference. They beat UCLA 56-6. The Terrapins coming off a last-second loss to the Bruins, and go out there and play your game, as the guest tonight had said, Coach. Don't worry about what the other team does.
Yeah, Indiana's a really good team. Kurt Cignetti, a legendary football family. His dad, Frank Sr., was the head coach at Indiana University of Pennsylvania when I was in college, and they were a Division II powerhouse. His brother, Frank Jr., football coach. I've always told you I like coaches' kids, and Kurt's one of those guys in our head coaches' meetings that he speaks his mind, and really good coach. Everywhere he's been, he's won, and I know I'm excited for our opportunity here at home, homecoming, opportunity for the former players to come back and for us to put on a show.
Coach, best of luck on Saturday. Go out there, get them, knock them off.
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome. Thanks so much to our gentleman up there in Turtle Network Control. Alex Campone's been our technical director. And here at Grill Marks in College Park, it's been Tom the Mosquito Marquito. We invite you to join me and Steve Suter, Lamont Jordan, coming up on Saturday afternoon for 3 o'clock. Kickoff 3:30 as the Terps go out to upset number 2 Indiana. Good night.